Hey, I'm Akita of Fun Party Tips, and I have a quick, easy, fun game night game that you can play with your kids, with your family, with your adult friends, because I have some awesome, spicy variations to kind of kick up the fun a notch. So stick around to the end. I got some cool things in store for you. Let's get into it.
So here's how you play the pig dice game. You don't need much, just something to write with, some paper to keep score with, and one six-sided die. Now, you can play this with 2 to 4 players. I would not recommend more than 4. The game gets kind of clunky, but I'm going to show you how to play here with just my little demo. Now, the object of the game is to roll, and each time you roll a particular number, you just add that to your score. But you have to be careful because at some point you have to say, okay, I'm done rolling, and you just bank all of your points. So here I've done 2, I've rolled a 2, 2 4s, and now my total point for player 1 is 10. If you happen to roll a number 1, you lose all of your points for that particular round. You don't lose your bank points, but you do lose your points that you've rolled in that particular round. So in this case, player 2 is rolling a 2, a 4, a 5. Player 2 decides to stop. We're now on to 11, player 1's turn. Okay. So you make the mark. Player 1 has gotten a 4. You're going to go ahead and keep playing. And keep in mind, too, you have to decide. You're the one who decides, hey, let me stop playing, or hey, let me go ahead and keep going. Like if it's too rich for your blood, you stop and you don't play anymore. You just say, okay, my turn is done. But you want to get as many points as humanly possible. Now, in this particular case, player 1 has rolled a 1. He or she loses all of their points, but the bank points from the previous round still roll over. And then it's time for the next player's turn. All good, right? You just keep moving. Now, how do you win? You basically win, well, whoever the winner is the person who hits or ends up scoring some kind of predetermined score. So before you start playing, everyone comes to an agreement. We're going to play to 50, we're going to play to 100 or whatever. I typically play to 50. That's usually a fairly quick game in general, especially if it's like 2 to 4 people. But you choose whatever you want. Some people do 100. I'm more of a 50 type of person. Let's go into variations of the game. Okay, so variation number 1 is 2 dice pig. You're basically keeping score the same way, except you are rolling 2 dice. Now, the trick is if you roll a 1, just like before with the original version, you lose all of your points for that particular round, but you keep all of your bank points. Those are still yours. However, if by some chance you roll a snake eyes, you lose all of your points, your bank points, your points from that current round, everything is gone. So fun, lots of risk. Now, the second variation that I'm going to tell you about is the pig of fortune. You just need a paper clip, a paper plate divided into 6 equal sections, equal-ish, and a pencil. And the rules are played the exact same way as far as how you play, but the paper plate, what you spin using the pencil and the paper clip and the paper clip and the paper plate, that determines how many times you roll. So you don't have a choice. Fun. The third variation and the last one that I'm going to share with you is what I like to call the big pig. You're rolling with 2 dice, but the sum of your dice times 2 is what you score. So in this particular example, you have player 1 that just rolled a 9, and 9 times 2 is 18. So that is what the player 1 has actually gotten. Now you can stop right there or keep going. The rules as far as the original is still the same. You roll as much as you want to until you feel like I just need to stop so I don't roll a 1. So player 1 just rolled a 6. 6 times 2 is 12. You add up your full score, and that's player 1 passes off to player 2 because player 1 just decided to stop. So player 2 now has 5, and 5 times 2 is 10. Go ahead and bank that amount of money if you want, or keep going. Now, in this case, player 2 rolled a 1. Wah, wah, wah. So player 2 gets no points whatsoever, unfortunately. Now, in this particular version, if you roll a 1, your banked points are safe, but whatever points you rolled during that round, they are all gone. So we have here very nice, different fun variations. Please, 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 excuse me, please, please, please go ahead and give it a try, give it a shot. Game night, family night, good for kids, good for adults. Spice it up and enjoy.